Oh. Dang suit. Oh. Sabacc is basically the poker of the Star Wars universe. Now, there are many different types of Sabacc, but today we're going to be teaching you how to play the version you can find at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge at Walt Disney World. The mechanics of the game are very simple. The basic goal is to get your hand to get as close to 0 as possible. Now there's a couple different types of cards. The green ones you see here are positive. The red ones have negative values. And these two right here are worth 0. Now the rules of the game are very simple, but there are kind of two aspects that can be a little bit difficult to get the hang of. One is kind of the symbols for some of the cards. You'll notice that none of them have normal numbers on them. They have special symbols that you need to memorize. Now when you get down to it, it's not actually as daunting as you would think. Cards that have values of 1 through 6 or negative 1 through 6 if they're red simply have that many dots on them. They could be either squares, triangles, circles, that doesn't matter for our purposes. So that card would be a negative 1 since it's a red card, and that would be a positive 6 since it's green. Now where it gets tricky is numbers 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now the symbols can be a little daunting. There's really only 4 that you need to memorize, and once you get those you'll be fine. Number 7, a value of 7, either positive or negative 7, has that little star right there. The 8 has that imperial symbol. 9 I recognize by having the hearts in the middle of the card. And then 10 is just simply the other one right there. So once you get those down pat, you've pretty much got all the numbers and all the values of the cards. The second kind of difficult aspect of the game is knowing what type of hand beats what. Luckily, the card pack comes with this handy guide that shows you all the different card types, or all the different hand types, and what beats what. For instance, these two 0 cards, if you have those in your hand, that's what's called a pure Sabacc, and that beats everything. Other than that, you would get a Sabacc of having an equal number of positive and negative cards that add up together. So for instance, if you had a negative 7 and a positive 7, that was your hand, it would equal 0 and you'd be alright. Alright, now let's get into how to play this game. The dealer, excuse me, these gloves are a little bit difficult. So after you shuffle the deck, the dealer will hand out 2 cards to every person. We'll just pretend we're playing with 2 players here. And then 1 card face up, and put the deck right there. Now each player will keep their hand a secret, but we're going to play face up just for today's purposes. So on your turn, each player has 4 options. 1 would be to draw a card from the top of the deck and put it into your hand. 2, discard a card from your hand and put it in the discard pile, and then draw a card and put it into your hand. If you do that, you must discard first before you draw the card. 3, take the top card of the discard pile and put it into your hand. Or 4, do nothing at all and pass. Once all players have taken 1 move and the dealer takes their move, they're going to roll these 2 die. If the symbols, after they roll it, if the symbols don't match, play continues as normal. But if the symbols match, this is where it gets a little fun. All players will discard their hands into the discard pile and draw however many cards they had. So there's a bit of luck there. You may think you have a good hand, and then bam, the symbols match, you discard everything and you're on a fresh start. Now after you roll the die and that happens, that's considered a round, or a turn. After all players do 3 turns, so 3 cycles of each player doing 1 move and then the dealer rolling the die. After the 3rd turn, each player will reveal their hand and compare to see who has the closest to 0, to see who wins that round. Well, there you go, guys. That's Sabacc in a nutshell. It's a super quick, fun game to play. It's for 2 to 8 players, I believe. But you can easily play multiple rounds within like 15 minutes. once everyone gets the hang of the game, it goes by super quick, and it's a lot of fun just bouncing around, trying to see if the die are going to match or not to make you wipe your hand. If you like playing poker or card games like that, and you like Star Wars, I think this is a no-brainer. It's a great souvenir to pick up from Galaxy's Edge. If you're able to bring part of the Star Wars universe back home with you. Hey guys, thanks for stopping by the channel. Be sure to hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, hit like, leave a comment, subscribe to all of our videos, follow us on social media, do everything involved with us. This is the way.